guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Dane over here at ZIMM'S Guitars. ZIMM'S with a Z. And today I have kind of a follow-up video to do. This thing is an older Ibanez 5-string bass, the Ergodyne. And this was one of those guitars. I got a truckload of guitars that were gifted to me. And they are just covered in dirt, covered in dust, and all beat up. But my goal in this video today is to shine this baby up and get this thing looking good. Put some strings on it. Try to make a playable bass out of it. And before I get to that, though, I've got this one thing to show you real quick. Okay, so I want to do a follow-up now. This is that Washburn Lion, very inexpensive guitar. It was part of the same horde of guitars that was given to me. And if you remember in a video, a couple videos back, we took a power washer. And here's a little bit of that footage right up here. Okay, it was one of those things, don't ever do this to a guitar. So I'm actually going to test the guitar out now. So this is 100% just how it ends up 2 weeks later after being power washed. This is what we got now. I'm not going to fake anything here. This is about, like I said, 2 weeks after having it power washed. And I never really honestly checked the electronics before I power washed it. But a couple of you guys have been asking. Yeah, a couple of you guys asked, hey man, test that thing out. The volume is surprisingly quiet. I haven't sprayed it apart. I haven't done anything. I have no reason to try to fake anything. And I have no reason to try to prove, oh, hey, look, if you power wash it, everything will be fine. I'm just doing it out of curiosity. Now, a couple of you guys are like, oh, hey, you could have just gave that guitar to me instead of power washing it. If you want this thing, come and get it. If you guys know where I'm at. It's a little bit. Okay, here's the first attempt to try to clean it out a little bit. Let's spray some electronic spray cleaner into that 5-way switch. Run it back and forth a bunch of times. It feels like a mechanical 5-way in there. Okay. This thing is perfect. So I don't think it did any damage, honestly. But I could be way wrong. So again, the guitar needs tuners on it. And it's a very inexpensive brand. Straight out of the get-go. It's got a whole bunch of damage down here. It's very lightweight. It has paint on it, like overspray from when this guy had his house painted. So anyhow, this is not scientific or anything like that. This is just saying, you know what? This darn little thing still works. So how about that? So let's get back in to the bass guitar that needs clean. Now I'm not going to power wash this thing. This to me feels like I can save this one. So let's just start off here. What are we going to do? Let's test the electronics. Got my little amp underneath the bench right there. Let's plug it in. And I'm going to need like an Allen wrench here to tap. Not hearing anything. Let's tear into it. And let's get these back plates off. Let's make sure that there's a battery in it. These were a really unique designed bass guitar. It has all these contours. And it's supposed to fit right on when you've got any kind of a belly or anything like I do. This thing really fits nicely around your body. And it was a very innovative design. I think it did pretty good for Ibanez. I don't know if they are still manufacturing them. But look at that. We got all kinds of electronics going on in here. I see that it is shielded. All kinds. It's got a whole circuit board in here. Let's see what's going on over here. So all I can do to this kind of stuff is take my electronic spray cleaner and clean them out. Okay, these screws are machine screws instead of using sheet metal screws or, you know, those are little machine screws right there. Okay, what do we got? Oh, here's the battery. Good. So, if this battery ends up being completely dead, that means we have a good chance of getting this thing going. Let me get my meter out right here. Let's do a little test on this. And it's at 0.91. Okay, so I think that is really, really dead. I got some batteries here. They're dollar store batteries, which I don't know if that's a... You should put dollar store batteries in your base, but we're gonna do what we're gonna do here. Yeah, so this is 11.99. So this battery is dead, and last time I threw a battery in the trash, people are like, "Hey, don't do that," because there's still maybe a little bit of juice across here, and if it goes, if a guitar string or something lays against it, I think Ryan. What's the guy's name? Fluff. His workbench, his trash can caught on fire because he threw a battery in there. So don't throw batteries in your trash can where they can, you know, start the thing on fire. I've had batteries in my front pocket with a bunch of change before, and it'll heat up your pocket. Okay, there we go. We got a battery. I want to do a lot of cleaning around here and stuff, but let's plug it back in and tap on the pickups. And let's see if now with a fresh battery, if it's going to come to life. There we go. Probably volume, tone. It's my best guess, but time to just get in here and super clean on this thing. Okay, so since we're in here, let's spray these potentiometers out. Just a little bit. Might as well do it since you've already got this thing open. Okay. Oh, there's the fourth one way back up in there. Okay. Run back and forth a couple of times. Noticing that some of them are loose. So let's take a look and let's pull these knobs off of here. so that we can tighten these nice and tight. There we go. Guys hate that when the knob is loose when you're looking to buy a guitar, because I'm looking to get this thing going so that I can resell it, hang it on the wall here in the shop and resell it. That's my goal. I feel very blessed because I enjoy doing this kind of stuff. And I get to do it for a living. And it's a lot of fun. And I really do. I like shining these things up. I really enjoy it. Alright, so where is my... Here we go. This thing will just kind of snug these babies tight. Okay, how are we going to clean this? I don't have the pressure washer anymore. That was just for fun, guys, the whole pressure washing thing. And I know a lot of you guys understood that, but some of you guys thought it was freaking serious. And I'm like, come on. Who would do that? Alright, so I'm just going to take some of these for a while. Got a brand new freaking box of these things. I don't know if this is the best way to do this, but it seems like it's probably going to be okay. It doesn't cost much money. Okay. Should be good. Okay. Okay, let's take one of these. Let's just clean on it. Oh, I've been watching some YouTube videos lately, and David Lee Roth played that M3 concert over the weekend, so it was kind of fun to see that old David Lee Roth has come out of retirement. He's got a full tour, American tour coming up, and I also noticed that there is a tour date where he's playing at the Wild Horse Pass Casino in Chandler, Arizona. And that is honestly right down the street from me. So I might end up getting tickets to the old David Lee Roth show. He has fun doing it. You can tell when Dave is on stage, he's having fun, because it really, his shows come off like he really doesn't give a shit about anything. He's just trying to have fun. And that's what a lot of these older artists, that's why they do it, is because they have fun. And me, talking about me for a second, I love to play gigs because it's just so much fun. So I have to imagine that some of these old rock stars like David Lee Roth and all these dudes, they have just as much fun. And so I'm all up for letting these old guys have some fun. If you don't like it, you don't have to go see them. Yeah, let's just see if we can get around these saddles here. Yeah, a lot of old dudes are still playing. It's kind of fun. I always say go see them, because you never know when it's going to be their last tour. Because you can always stay at home and watch TV or watch YouTube videos. But to be there live is a fun thing. Last Wednesday, I went and saw Billy Idol and Joan Jett opened up, and I was very pleasantly surprised with both bands. Billy Idol, kicking ass. Steve Stevens is in the band, and they're not really clowning around like old David Lee Roth does. Billy Idol was working hard. He's still singing good. He had a great band assembled. And Billy Idol is taking it seriously. I bought the new album that he has out from the merch booth. Instead of buying a t-shirt for $35, I bought the album on vinyl for $20. So I thought that was kind of fun. So there's a lot of Billy Idol stuff that you can watch now out on YouTube. Guys are putting Billy Idol stuff up. And I kind of enjoy doing that too. I'll try to make a really nice video of these concerts that I go to. But what I've decided to start doing is when I go to a concert and I record those guys playing, and I'm always want to put it up on my channel, I'm gonna stop putting that stuff on my channel because I've decided to start a second channel that's more about, the concerts that I go to and the gigs that I play. Oh man, these strings are in there. Yeah, so here in a few days, hopefully we're going to have our second channel together. And then that's where I can put different kind of content on there that's not going to ruin my algorithm. Because I can kind of average a certain amount of views on every one of these Restring videos that I do. And then if I put up a concert footage of something, it kind of kills the analytics a little bit. And usually I don't care too much about that stuff. But it kind of makes sense to just put all the goofy stuff that I end up doing on a second channel. If I live stream, stuff like that, that'll all start to be on the second channel. I have to say, this thing is starting to look pretty good. Let me go ahead and put this back cover back on. Yeah, so look for that here in the next couple of weeks, guys, okay? Support me on my second channel. Subscribe over there, right? Okay. So this is looking clean, but it's also soapy and sticky. So I'm going to keep going here, though. Nice and tight. A lot of dust and dirt down in here. I think if I just take this apart, then I can clean that. Oh, they're being noisy next door. I got my back door open. And today is May 5th. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. Today is May 5th, 2025. And that's pretty big in this city that I live in. A lot of people celebrating Cinco de Mayo. Mexico's Independence Day. Okay, let's go up to this side. Let's hit this. No Ibanez logo on the headstock, but there's no room up here for one. Okay, so to snug these tuners down, I'm just going to use these blunt nose pliers that I have. I use these things all the time for all kinds of stuff. They're not perfect for this, but I think I can get the job done. Just gotta snug these down. Okay. Okay, let's do this side of it. Okay, EDA 905, made in Korea. See if all these screws are tight. Good. It's all good. Let's just snug the buttons down a little bit. Don't over tighten them because that little nylon washer in there will crack. There we go. There it is. Okay. So those feel nice and tight now. Okay, so it's cleaning up nicely so far. I got a new product, guitar juice. So let's spray some of this on because it's still kind of soapy and kind of sticky filling the whole base. So let's kind of clean it up with some of this guitar juice. So it's been about, I gave it a good 10 minutes of cleaning on this thing. And I'm saying overall, it's turning out really good so far. But those cleaning cloths, you know, they were soapy and it's sort of left some soap residue on there. Alright, so let's do this now. Let's work on these frets a little bit. We'll just shine them up. Okay, so I got my fingerboard guard right here, and I've got a little piece of some 1000 grit sandpaper. I fold it over, and I just kind of lightly give every fret a nice little swipe, and this kind of shines them up nicely. And it's very affordable. This doesn't cost me any money to shine these things up. And I like that. So I'm just going to go all the way down the neck here. And just kind of hit these things. The goal isn't to take fret material off. It's just to get the top layer of dirt. Maybe a little bit of rust. Just get that stuff off of there. Okay, now let's do a little bit of, this is D'Addario Lemon Oil Cleaner and Conditioner on the fretboard. A couple of drops. Just kind of slide it on here. Okay, let's put the knobs back on. Without scratching the guitar. Let me do it down this way. They all shined up pretty good. Okay, let's find some strings to put on it. I'm not sure if I have a 5-string set. Let's see what I got. Today's string choice. Okay, today's string choice. Fender 45 through 100 nickel-plated steel, round wound, long scale, electric bass strings. Unfortunately, I don't have a 5-string set, so I'll have to figure out how to get a low B string from somewhere. Maybe I've got one somewhere, I just don't know where it's at right now. But I'm just going to go ahead and put 4 strings on this thing for the time being. And like I said, eventually I'll figure out how to get a low B string for it. Okay, so the brass is the first string that goes on here. So this is for the low B string. This one's going to go in there. And then I think it locks in like that. Okay, down on this end, we're going to need to cut this, so I'm going to leave about 2 inches there. Cut it off right there. Shove it down in the end of the tuner. Then tighten it up. Alright, there we go. There we go. And I'm using my Ernie Ball Power Peg Pro tuner to do this. String winder. Alright, and now our A string is this red one. Yeah, hopefully I have a used B string laying around somewhere. There we go, those just hook in there real nice and easy. And again, I'm going to go past the tuner and cut it off about 2.5 inches past the tuner. And then tighten it up. Okay. D string. So this is kind of a unusual saddle setup. Put it in there and it just kind of locks in. Okay, and then finally, our seafoam green is on our G string. Okay, get on there. Alright, so let's go ahead and throw a tuner on this thing and get this thing tuned up. Let's see, I got a snark right here. Let's see if she's got any power left in her. Yeah, you guys keep saying, hey, every once in a while I'll get a comment where somebody says, hey man, restring a bass. And usually nobody watches them, so I don't do them very often. But here it is, I'm doing a bass. All you bass players better be watching this one. Okay, so this is the low B string that I'm going to put on this thing. We've got an Ernie ball. It's a 130. I would have preferred maybe a 125 because this is a little bit heavy, but it's new and it should be just fine. So let's drop this down in there. And see if it hooks into place properly. There we go. Okay, let's see how she wants to hook in. I guess I'll just turn it like that. There we go. And I'm going to trim up here at the top and cut some of the string off here. There we go. Shove it down in the tuner. And we got ourselves a low B string. It's a heavy one. You know what I think I'm going to do on this? I have some of this Music Nomad Tune It, and it's to put up here in the nut and to help the strings slide through and travel through the nut easier. I'm just going to put some of that under that low string there. But this mostly I use this stuff on Gibsons, right? Because you've got that, you need to keep those strings so that they'll travel through the nut nicely. Okay. Sitting in there good. Yeah, I'm one of those old school kind of players. I don't really know what to do with these low B strings. Okay, and then just using my ear, I'm going to hit a B note right here on the A. There we go. That sounds pretty close. And we'll put a tuner on this thing. And let's see if we can get this low B string. A lot of times to get the tuners to work nicely, the snark tuners when you're working on a bass, is to hit the harmonic at the 12th fret. And it always seems like the snarks have an easier time picking that up. Compared to the open string. All right, so here we go. Let's just throw it up on, let's throw it up here on my knee and just kind of give it a listen. Okay, so there it is. We had an Ibanez Ergodyne bass that was donated to me with a bunch of other guitars. And I've pretty much cleaned them all up now, everything out of that horde of guitars that I got. And they're all clean, and this one turned out really, really nice. It cleaned up great, and so this one is for sale now. So you guys feel free to call me during regular business hours, and we can talk about pricing and all that kind of stuff, or call the shop about anything that you guys are interested in. Thank you so much for watching the video today, and also keep an eye out for the ZIMM'S Guitars 2, my second channel, where I can do more stuff about just whatever over there. So thanks again for watching. Everybody have a great day. See you in the next video.